Hello, everyone. We are
Hello.
live. Hi, Lila. How are you?
Hi, Julie. I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
I am great. Thank you. Hold
Nice
on.
to
I'm
meet
trying
you.
to manage a couple of things here at the same time. There we go. So, hello, everybody. It's a different live today. I hope everybody's having a great afternoon. We are live together in Canada and the UK with Lila.
Lila.
Mila. Okay, that's what I thought. I was gonna ask you before and I forgot. So welcome, and yes, these are our pages. We are the respective owners of our pages. Lila on her side, and myself, Julieta on my side here in Canada. We are coming live together today on both business pages. So her audience gets to see this live, and my audience gets to see this live, and we're happy to be here with you. So if you are watching live from the UK or in Canada or wherever in the world, let us know, say hi so we can say hi back. And yes, hi Lila, how are you?
Good, thank you. How was your
Great.
day?
Sorry?
How was your day?
Long. I think I'm still coming in the door. I haven't arrived yet. I was running. Thank you so much for the idea of doing this live, because I always do a live every week, but you asked me, so we came together on
Thank
this
you
week.
for
It's
accepting the
really
invitation.
great to connect with people from everywhere, and there are business owners, and we all have a story to tell. So
Yeah.
do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself for our respective audiences?
Yes, so hi everyone. My name is Lila. I live in London, UK. Professionally, I am a qualified finance professional and I'm an online digital business owner since October, and I'm enjoying it. I learned a lot, and it is very exciting. We learn a lot throughout the process, and we get to know a lot of friendly people, a good community, and yes, enjoying it so far.
Yes, absolutely. Myself, I'm gonna introduce myself a little bit for your audience as well. I am in Canada, as I said before, in Montreal area specifically, and I'm originally from Argentina, but I am in Canada since 2006. I work as an engineer in construction, and I am a business owner just like Lila. And yes, it's like exactly like she says. We learn so many things about the business and about ourselves in the process, of setting up our businesses and being successful as well. So we learn a lot about ourselves as well. So, and Lila, what made you, having a professional background, look somewhere else for different resources?
So I deeply believe we always need a plan B. You never know what will happen with the market and everything else. And also, I, I was burnt out in my workplace. I was working long hours without any break, and yeah, I thought I need another plan to mitigate my long hours. Also, for the retirement plan, this amazing online business offer us a retirement plan after a few years within the business, and when you reach a rank, and then you can just go to just retire yourself like after a few years, and like after 3 or 4 years, not
Yeah.
like here you worked 30 years and then you get what? You get just few penny. You work so hard, and then yes, my main reason was to reduce my work hours, my full-time work hours, and have control of my life, because I thought I was getting lost, and I'm just working long hours for not looking after myself. And for the retirement plan, yeah, just retire more earlier than now.
Retire,
Life
yeah.
is too short.
Yes, yes, yeah. No, I get it. I get it exactly, and we see it. We see it on our community. A lot of people are being able to do that, or even passing to work part time and whatnot. And yeah, it is something that is absolutely reachable with the proper effort, and the proper amount of time, and this is not a business that comes in, and gives you results night after day or day after night, whatever the saying is. But not a get rich quick.
No.
It does require, the proper effort, the proper learning. There's a learning curve as well. But the thing is that, you can be earning at the same time you are learning, right? And
Yes.
it is very flexible, in terms of hours. Like I work full time, and you dedicate to your business whatever time is available to you. And yeah, the flexibility is one of the things. There's people that have young kids, or and not one, 3, 4 young kids, that is a handful itself, right? So flexibility is one thing that it's in my case I really appreciate that part a lot, because busy schedule, busy family, and yeah, you need the flexibility. We don't need, like I always say, I didn't come into this business to add more struggles to my life, right? Because we
No,
don't need that. So anything
we
that we
enjoy
can
doing
do easier, yeah, and smarter instead of harder, then we
it.
have to. We have to, yeah, adapt, to changes, to new technologies and whatnot, to be able to, to have something different. And
Exactly.
yeah, learning also, of course, it's we never stop learning, no
No.
matter what stage in your life you are, you're continuous learning something. And Lila, did you have any experience? Because I know in my case, I didn't have experience when I came into the business. I was, and I always say, a normal standard user of social media, and just, let's say, Facebook at the most, and not more than that, because I didn't know that all the world behind, and all the things that you can be able to do with social media, and still being a normal user, but making an income from it, right? um, so I had to learn from scratch,
Yes.
right, from zero. And I was pretty amazed on and everything, that is possible to do, that we can do. But did you have any experience when you came into this business?
Not into digital marketing. Well, I was like any other um, person posting on Facebook and
Yeah.
Instagram, normal stuff. But I wasn't into reels, and so no, the digital marketing was a new thing for me. So I learned a lot throughout the process. There's a lot to learn about the process and also about the personal development. They work on our personal development, which is very important because you need the right mindset for this business. Um, no, so I'm learning a lot in this digital marketing world. It's very interesting.
Yes. And how did you come across trusting the system, right? Because then, not knowing, I know how I did it, and I'm going to share it after your answer. But how in your case, how did you come to trust what was being offered to you?
So I did a lot of research. I did my due diligence,
Yeah.
and I stalk people. I I stalk people on their Facebook and their Instagram to see whether they are real. I stalk my mentor, my coach, and I, everybody else in the business. So I realized that this is it is a real business. It is yeah, there are real people with real family. They're like day to day people, and yeah, is and then watch. So when I paid the 149, I got into the community. I entered the community, and a lot of doors opened to me, and yeah, it's
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
all real.
exactly. I myself as well. I did a lot of research, and although I have to say, a lot of the doubts I had were not so much on the system, but more on me, in terms of am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to have time to learn? Am I going to be able to learn? Right? Because after so many years of not studying anymore, or touching books. Not that you have to study, of course, because you don't have to study, but you do have to follow instructions. And I was always told, if you're able to follow instructions, yes, I'm able to follow instructions. Okay, so then you can do this business with your eyes closed, right? And after you receive all the training and you really realize, okay, now this is what they meant, right? And because it is easy, right? We have people of all ages, from very young, let's say 18 to 72 years old, ladies doing this business. And if anybody can follow instructions, anybody can do this business. And also different levels of education, right? You don't need to be highly educated to be able to understand what to do and to be able to understand the business. As long as you really want to change, and get to that retirement position, like you said before, you just have to keep going and put in the work, that needs to be put.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are people from like school quitters to doctors, engineer like yourself, dentist. There are so many high educated people. Surgeons, we also have surgeons because of the exhaustion of the
The job.
work.
Yeah.
They look
Wow.
for other ways of earning for livings. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So, Lila, one of my last things would be, we always invite people to our workshop. Today is Thursday. So
Thursday.
yeah, yes, there we go. My gosh, I'm all mixed up. So yeah, I would like you to invite, your audience and my audience to come in, to register, take advantage of the free workshop that we have live or replay. And what would be your advice for somebody who is looking for something and is having doubts? What's the best piece of advice that you could give?
I know first you can be skeptical. I was myself, but you can do all your research. You can stalk me. You can stalk Julie, and a lot of other our business partners. Yes, we are out there. You can drop me a message on Facebook, on Instagram, and ask me any question. And yeah, just take the leap of faith, and you won't lose anything. You will gain a lot. Yes, the business is real. The business offers a lot of opportunity. Yes. How about yourself?
Yes, well, I always say, it really comes down to the person's own decision. But if you don't take action somewhere, you will never see the change, right?
Exactly.
It's like in anything, you're wanting to get more in shape. Well, then you have to start somewhere, right? So you have to start, I don't know, changing some habits or doing more exercise or whatever it is to have the results that you want. Well, in this case, it's the same thing. Investigate, could create the connection and the communication with Lila, with me, to see what we have to offer, and ask all the questions you might have in your head, because people do have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I know I had a lot of questions when I came in, you probably as well. So if you don't ask them, then if you don't ask, like they say, that the answer will always be no, right? So
Exactly.
exactly, and and then just believe in yourself, and believe that there are good things out there. Unfortunately, there are also things that are not good, but a business that is not good will not last more than 7 and 8 years. We are in the 7th year already of existence, right, of this business. And a business that is not legit will not last that long, right? And we see it because a lot of people, some people that we know are doing other businesses, and you see them on your social media, whatever, but you see them 2-3 months, and then you don't see them anymore.
No.
Because, you say, okay, what about this?
The company is here for 49 years.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
So if there were anything illegal, they wouldn't have been here. So they've been here for 50 years, for half a
And
century.
also, we are in, already for companies, it's still ongoing, but we were in tax season in February, March, and April, right? And we receive our tax slips to declare our income, right? So
Yeah.
when you receive a tax slip, it means that you're doing something right, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yes.
for me, it's kind of a, okay, there's nothing more to say. It is a legit business. Now, whether you are willing to dive yourself in, put in the effort, commit to yourself, because you're not committing to me, or you're not committing to Lila. You are committing to yourself to do something different and have the results you want, and reach the goals that you want. You're not going to reach the goals for me or for Lila. You're going to reach the goals for yourself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they want to take control of their life, and they have to believe in themselves and take the action. If they don't take the action, no one will take action for them.
Oh,
them.
definitely. Yeah. So, Lila, I think we've covered a bit everything, every point. I hope that people reach out, ask questions, and
Yes.
we'll be more than happy to answer. So,
Yes.
on my side, I think we're good.
Yes.
I'm just gonna wish everybody a great. It's night for you.
Yeah.
Late. You have to go to sleep now.
Yes. Yeah.
So good night on the UK, and good afternoon, good evening for everyone in Canada and wherever you're
Yes.
watching from.
And good day or night everywhere else. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Take care. Bye.